Well, it's time to get some Mudskippers. I'm going to load up my camera bag, head over to Carlos's fish room, and pick up these Indian Mudskippers. Let's go. Hey fish friends, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. My name is Zenzo from Tazawa Tanks. If you've been watching my channel for some time, you know that I love my brackish systems with my African Mudskippers. What's new is I got some Indian Mudskippers today. I just got home about 45 minutes or so. I put them in a tank and they are so awesome. So I had an amazing opportunity to set up a new brackish system and get some Indian Mudskippers. I have African Mudskippers, now I got Indian Mudskippers. My friend Carlos from Backyard Aquatics, he messaged me and said, hey, I got a shipment of Indian Mudskippers in. Would you like some? I said, say no more, absolutely, I'm coming up. So I got in my car and crossed a couple of bridges, drove from San Francisco to Napa, and not only did I get the Mudskippers, and that was an amazing experience and a little bit funny, so don't forget to stay till the end because I got to tell you a little funny story about what happened when I tried to catch these guys. But anyway, so I went up to Carlos's place, and he is Backyard Aquatics. He's on Instagram at Backyard Aquatics. And he has an amazing fish room. You might have seen his fish room before at Aquarium Co-op's channel. Corey did a tour, a couple tours there, very in-depth, kind of going through all the different tanks and all the different breeding programs that Carlos has going on. He has like, I don't know, almost, I think he has like 108 tanks or something like that. So he's got a fish room that's basically a detached garage. It's like a fish house. And so that has like over 80 tanks in that fish room, and then outside he has like 28 tubs and tanks in this amazing kind of outdoor area. So I did take some footage, so I'll share some of that with you guys as well. So I did get Indian Mudskippers. A lot of you may not be familiar with Mudskippers in general, or if you know about them, you don't know the differences between the Indian Mudskippers and the African Mudskippers. For the most part, the care is pretty much the same. They both need similar water conditions. They have similar diets, etc. The main difference is size. The African Mudskippers are larger. They get upwards of 6 inches, and they can be, you know, obviously a larger fish is going to have a bigger head, a bigger mouth. They can be a little bit more aggressive, and they do have kind of a voracious appetite. Indian Mudskippers, while they do look the same, they're a lot smaller. They're probably about 1/3 the size. They can get up to about 3 inches or so, but definitely a whole lot smaller, much smaller mouth, etc. So the good thing about Indian Mudskippers is you can mix them with other fish a lot easier than you can with Africans, because the Africans will eat those fish. As an example, in this tank, in the African tank, you can't see it, I keep pointing to it, but in the African tank, I tried putting guppies in there, and the African Mudskippers ate the guppies. I put guppies in the Indian Mudskipper tank, and they're about the same size, so no one's eating anybody. Now, a lot of you have asked me over the last few months, I've been making Mudskipper videos since January. A lot of you have been asking me where to get Mudskippers. They're hard to find. You can't get them at your local fish store, or maybe you don't have like a small specialized fish store. You just have like the big box pet stores, and they don't really have stuff like that. So there are some places that you can get them online. One of the places that I've had success with is it's called Aquarium Fish Sale or something like that. I'll put a link down below. They are super friendly. They answer the phone. They're very helpful, and they sent me 4 Mudskippers. I'm sorry, they sent me 3 Mudskippers that were in brilliant condition. I did use another company where I got another one of my African Mudskippers. That company will remain nameless for a couple reasons. What I will share is the one that I had a problem with came from a company based on Tucson, Arizona. So if you are online and you're looking at buying some Mudskippers online, and the company happens to be based in Tucson, Arizona, all I can say is I had a terrible experience. I did communicate with other fish keepers around the country that also had fish shipped from that company, and they had a horrible time as well. So do what you will with that. So anyway, with these guys, I got them from my friend Carlos, and he is going to make some available. So if you do live in Northern California, then reach out to Backyard Aquatics on Instagram, and Carlos can possibly get you some Indian Mudskippers. Now, he does not ship fish, and he's not shipping fish at this time. We'd actually talked about maybe doing a trial where I'm going to ship him some fish. Maybe I'll ship him some of my shell dwellers, and he might ship something, you know, from Napa to San Francisco, and just to kind of try it out. But currently he's not shipping any fish, so if you're living far away, don't ask him. He's not going to ship them to you. But if you do live locally in Northern California, you know, within 2 or 3 hours or so, when you want some Mudskippers, hit up Backyard Aquatics. So on to the funny story. So he had this big kind of quarantine bin. It's like those big plastic Tupperware bins, and he had some water in there and a canister filter and, you know, air stone and everything, and some styrofoam where these little guys are kind of hanging out on, and they were doing fine. They were eating and jumping around. So he said, well, how many do you want? I said, I don't know, like 5 or 6. He goes, okay, and he handed me a couple nets and he goes, well, catch them. So all I can tell you is it was a disaster. It was very hard for me to even catch one. I finally caught one. I got it in the net, and when I went to put it from the net into the bag, it jumped out. It landed on this little, the ladder, the stair of the ladder, and it was just kind of sitting there, and I tried to catch it, and then it went down, and then it went onto the floor, and now I'm on my hands and knees in his fish room, like moving garbage cans, trying to catch this Mudskipper. It's just kind of hanging out like a frog. And finally I was able to just kind of reach out my hand and quickly grab it, cup it, and put it in the bag. He was fine. That little guy's in there now. So that's the funny story. And after that one experience, I said, okay, Carlos, here's the net, you catch the rest. And he quickly caught 5 more for me. So anyway, I'm super happy. They're so much fun. I haven't you know, spent too much time with them yet, obviously, because I've only had them for maybe about an hour now since I started talking. But anyway, I will definitely catch more footage of them. Do look for these guys on Instagram, like you do see my African Mudskippers as well. And I'm sure I will make plenty of videos of these guys in the future. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. Also, subscribing to this channel does help. Not only does it help me, but it helps you to be notified when new videos come out. Also, if you hit that notification bell, then you'll definitely get a notification that lets you know that, hey, Tazawa Tanks has a new video out. Probably something cool like Mudskippers or puffers or whatever. So anyway, that's all I had for now. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.